Just as I was wondering what in the monkeys is going on with this tournament, that's the World Boxing Super Series tournament at bantamweight. This one gets made official. For May 18th, Naoya Inoue against Emmanuel Rodriguez. It's going to take place in Scotland, in Glasgow. So that's a bit of a different one in the SSE Hydro Arena. I believe it's going to be on the undercard of Josh Taylor's fight, but for me, this is the fight of the night, even though it might not technically be the headliner. Inoue has been sensational since he's come up to 118 pounds. He is the favourite for a lot of people, not just to win this part of the semi-finals, but win the whole thing. So it's really a question of what can Rodriguez, the IBF champ, do against Inoue, the WBA. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a unification for both belts, so it's got that extra prestige to it. Rodriguez in his last fight didn't look great against Maloney. Jason Maloney, that is. He won, definitely. I probably had him winning 7-5, but he faded at the end of that fight. A little, maybe a bit sloppy in compared to what he's looked like in the past. Perhaps Maloney's very active jack-in-the-box type style gave him more trouble than he had previously thought. But from Rodriguez's statement coming up to this fight, the last part of it got translated as, "We got this." So he is going to be bringing all kinds of confidence with him. There's nowhere to escape. He can't pull out of this tournament and be like, nah, so he's kind of bound to take this next fight, but it's great to hear him sound so confident. This is, if you are a fighter, this is what you've got to live for, to take on the very best fighters when they're at their best. No hiding around, not let's try and marinate it. This is why bantamweight is so good at the moment. They're getting everybody together right now. As I say, Rodriguez didn't look great in his last fight. He faded a bit at the end, but that's probably negligent in a way because I don't see this one going the distance. Because Inoue was so devastating in his last fight, I think Rodriguez is really going to have a tight guard early on and be moving. And also, I don't suspect Inoue to be quite as tightly coiled when the bell dings and be looking to just blast him out. Or maybe perhaps not expect that opportunity that Payano gave him and move around, try and see his rhythms first before he starts deploying his bombs. I think it's going to be a very interesting, very high-class fight while it lasts. I do think Rodriguez will have his moments after the first couple of rounds. He's got a nice jab. He's got a very smooth way of boxing and hooks nicely off the jab. I think he'll get in with some good shots on Inoue, who probably his only fault. He can fight a little bit upright, he can in the clinches. Maybe he'll get touched with a few things. But Inoue has that maturity. He doesn't just have to blast you out with a shot down the guard. He is probably as well, for me, the best body puncher in boxing at the moment. And there's a lot of good body punchers about. I think he'll pick those body shots and probably find a real sickener around round 8 and then make his merry way, his monster way, onto the final.